When Dancer first came in, she was severely matted from head to toe. We couldn't even tell if she was a male or female. She was that badly matted. It took us about an hour to an hour and a half to shave all the mats off, and we took off between 10 and 12 pounds. She had a really severe skin infection underneath the matting because the mats were all the way down to the skin, so it wasn't something that we could just cut off with scissors. We actually had to use a surgical clipper blade. Her toenails were very overgrown, so she almost couldn't walk because the mats had incorporated the nails in the mat, and she had a lot of hair around her face and around her mouth, and with how long the hair was around her mouth, it was actually winding into her mouth and around her teeth, which caused her to have a lot of tartar buildup as well. She also had an ear infection.
I was volunteering at the shelter in the medical lab, and I heard about Dancer before I met her. I just kept thinking of her out there in that state and what she was thinking and going through. And now I'm going to start crying. She's kind of a sensitive dog, and I just can't imagine her out there in that kind of condition trying to fend for herself.
It's really sad because you know that they've been living like that for a long time. It's not something that just happened overnight. She was probably like that for months, maybe even up to a year or longer.
Even to lay down on the ground with those hard mats that she had all over her could not have been comfortable. So it had to be such a different feeling for her to go from that to suddenly being rid of all of that. Thank God we have the resource of the Humane Society to care for animals like that, who don't have any other choices in their situation. When I fostered her, I kind of thought that I was going to adopt her. She seemed to really bond to me as well. When I first brought her home, she was very wary of other people that would come and visit. She seems to have really come out of her shell. She's very playful, and she loves other dogs.
Let's pretend dogs spoke English fluently. What would you tell her?
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm going to cry again. I'm such a wuss.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I would probably just tell her how much she means to me and what joy she's brought to my life. I really never had a dog that I would go outside and play with. And I found myself just laughing with true happiness. And so I would just tell her that she's just brought a lot of joy to my life.
To know that we started out with such a miserable dog, and now she's so happy and she can run around and play and act like a normal dog, and she's clean and she's well groomed and taken well care of. She could still be out there looking like that or even worse. It really warms our heart and makes us happy that we do the job that we do.